everyone, this is Chris. Thank you for joining me today again. Of course, it's going to be Christmas decorations, little ornaments, and it's going to be super easy, and I'm sure you already have what you need home, at least for the basics. So here are the little embellishments I have just made. So there's one side here that you can, there are different ways to do that. I'll show you that in a second. But here, just the front side is red and translucent on the other side. You can use these embellishments to hang in your trees, to put on your tables. You can also use them as magnets. There's one of this one. Okay, this one I've turned also into a magnet. Both are a little bit ridiculous. It was just for my example. This one was not completely dry yet. And there are different ways also to color these. And the main tools we have used to do all of this is just hot glue. So if you don't have silicone resin, because it can be expensive, and sometimes you're worried about your safety because it's got some smells and chemicals inside, hot glue is not like that. You can burn yourself, but anyway, it's going to be fun to do. So very nice little Christmas ornaments, very lightweight also, and again, very versatile. You can hang them, you can use them as magnets. And I was thinking also with this one, you can also decorate a glass. When you have very tiny feet on your glass, you can just put that around your glass and decorate each individual glass for your people your friends that you invite home. That would be a nice way, and they could also bring it back home. It could be a little gift as well. So in order to do this, I'm going to put this aside. What you will need are some molds. I have just received from ResinPro. This is an Italian brand. They ship in many countries in Europe. I will put the links down below the description video. Normally they're specialized in resin, and they have beautiful stuff, and their resin is excellent, and they have different types of resin, and I haven't used them all yet, but I do recommend, if you can find this brand and you live in Europe, that would be nice. So they sent me freely, for free, they sent me these molds. Normally they said that they were made for chocolate, for Christmas. But because it's silicone, of course, you can use this for something else. And I'm not going to make any chocolates today, even though I love chocolates. We could do that. I'm going to use them with hot glue and do little embellishments. So this is one of the first set they sent me. There are 3 sets. They're brand new for 2019. And you've got in this one a Santa Claus and a reindeer, and they're absolutely cute. So that's what they look like here. Okay. This one is quite thin. I've done it thin. This one, where did it go, is a little thicker. And I haven't finished yet because I wanted to let the whole piece dry before putting a little bit of coloring on his mitten here. And these are quite thick. But again, you don't have to use all the depth. You can stop wherever you want. So that's the first one. The other one is like this, and it's gold. It's really nice. And again, silicone, so flexible. And your glue will not stick to this at all. So that's great. And they're shiny inside. So that's important, because when you use a shiny mold, that means that when you're going to unmold it, it's going to be shiny. Look at that. See, you don't need to put any glaze on it, no varnish, no nothing, because it's just shiny by itself. So you've got some trees and stars here. And the last mold, so this one also is quite thick, as you can see, and I've got glue everywhere. That's normal. And you've got this one. So this one is a little different. It's much thinner than this one, you can see. Let me put that aside. And I'll put it that way. Yeah, you can see much thinner. But these are made like to make buttons. Okay, can you see that? There are 2 holes every time. This side here, you've got 2 holes there. So you can use this if you want to orn maybe an ugly Christmas sweater, which is really popular nowadays. You could use this and just stick them on, or sew them on an ugly Christmas, which I think they're not ugly at all. I love Christmas sweaters and things like that. I don't mind wearing them. I don't care at all what people think. I just want to have fun. That's my thing. So I've got these, and you've got different things. You've got a flower, you've got, which is supposed to be a poinsettia, you've got a snowman, a heart, you've got another reindeer, you've got a gingerbread man, another Christmas tree, stars, and here it's a little angel. So you've got plenty of things to do. And also I would use this on a card as well. You don't have to use this on clothes, but on cards, and of course as a hanger into your tree. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to use, and I'm probably going to start with this two there because they're a bit thicker and I like them a bit more. And what I've done here is I've used glue with glitter glue. Actually, it comes like this. You can always glitter it on top, but it's much quicker if you use it as is as well. Sorry, I'm just turning around that. Wow, that's much better. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm doing some tries with my light. I have a new light there. I'm trying to make things look a little brighter. Okay, that's good. I'm going to take that one apart, and I'm using for this a specific glue gun. I mean specific. There's one glue gun just with these glitter glues inside so I don't get mixed up. All right, and you need quite a bit to put in there, but I'm not going to use this one here. You know what? Because there are more details, I'm not going to use this glitter glue for now. I'm going to use a plain old gold one like this, and I'm going to fill it up. So it can bear quite a lot of heat. When I did it, I've just tried a little piece, but because it's silicone, it's going to handle the heat quite a bit. And I'm sure you can't put these in the oven as well. And I'm not going all the way up. Make sure that you're going everywhere. I think so. This glue is very liquidy. This glue gun is really hot. And I'm going to do this for the reindeer. And I'll show you then how you can color them. There are different ways. Of course, if you use these molds for cooking, I wouldn't use them afterwards for crafting because, you know, there may be some chemicals in there. I don't know what, but just keep it safe and only use it for food. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this aside. So, oops, it's going to cool off a little bit. That's good. Let me put them here. And I'm going to use this. And for this one, I'm going to use glitter glue because there's no too many details. I couldn't see the face of Santa Claus if I was using something else. And I'm going to press it down. Might have little other colors in here. I've just used gold and red also. And, you know, when you use glitter glue, maybe depending on the brand, it tends to need more time to heat up and get liquidy. So let me see, is that good enough? Did it go everywhere? It's not perfect. I didn't go all the way in here. I'm going to put it that way. To really go into the nuts and crevices there. Yeah, that's going to be nice. And you can always sand it down too. Might use gold for the next one. I don't have any green ones, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to have two colors in here. That's going to be fine. I don't know why my glue gun is doing all this squeaking. Sorry about that. All right, I'm going to call it good. And this one is going to be in silver. Do your favorite colors, and you can find glitter glue on Amazon very easily, and I'm sure in all your craft stores. Here it's quite expensive, but you know, I think the bigger pack you take, the less expensive it's going to be. So now we're going to let this cool off, and I'm going to do, while this is cooling off, I'm going to do just some plain transparent ones as well, and I'm going to show you how you can decorate them. So this is going to go much faster. I'm using a bigger glue gun, and it's hotter, so my glue is really going to go into all these details. All right. And I'm going to fill that one up so you will see the difference. Stop it there. And what else am I going to do? Oh yeah, I'm going to do, oh, I've already done the reindeers. I'm going to do, oh my goodness. Pardon me. Let me push this aside. I need to have a flat surface. I'm going to do a few more here with the little buttons. So I'm going to let these dry, and I'll be back just after. So everything has cooled now, and I can unmold them, and you can see how easy it is. So this is the little snowman. Look at that. Perfect. And it's just glue, and it's absolutely perfect. In case you were going overboard a little bit, like you can see this one is not regular, you can always sand it down with some sandpaper. You can also use your scissors and trim the excess off. Very easy to cut glue. There's nothing more easy than that. Sometimes it's just enough to cut the excess off like this. And now you just need to put a little bit of color. I'm gonna unmold my angel. That's not bad too. Maybe a little bit to trim off here. Sometimes just pulling out is enough. Again, you can always come back in here. Look at that, so cute. Okay, let's try the bigger ones. Did these cool off? I guess they did, yes. Very easy to unmold, and they're already so shiny. Like I said, if you have a shiny mold here, it's gonna be shiny as well. Really nice. I know you probably don't see all the details yet, but you will when we start coloring them. So now here we have the little Santa Claus. Oops, I had something in there. Make sure they're clean. I have a little, I don't know what, something dust, I guess. This is the little Santa. And now we're going to unmold the others. So I've got the plain tree here. Really nice. We're going to decorate this one as well. And these made out of glitter glue. Look at that. You have glitter glue in there already. I've got just a little spot there where I probably missed a, there was a little bubble. Don't worry, we're going to take care of that. And that's the star. How gorgeous. Really nice. You don't have to use glitter glue, but I just found that in my Christmas things. So I'm just going to cut that really well. What I could have done, and I completely forgot, if you want to hang these into your Christmas tree, but don't worry if you forgot like I did, is that before pouring your glue, you could use little cord like this, putting it inside here, cut it, putting it inside, and then pour your glue. So it would be there already. You're going to save a little bit of time, but if you don't worry. Okay, let's say that we're going to hang this one up. I'm going to use a little bit of this rope there. I like the color. And I'm just going to put it on the back side of it. Use a little bit of glue. And how am I going? Yeah, I'm going to put it just there. And put it here. And you're good to go. You already have a little hanger. And you can decorate this more. Let's do our little Christmas tree. So you can use varnish, like I said, nail polish on top. This green is a little bit translucent, so you might want to use maybe 2 or 3 coats of nail polish. But it's very quick to do, and you can find very cheap nail polish right now. You see the thickness, it's really nice. And there too I have a little bubble, but don't worry. And I'm putting this on a silicone mat. It's, again, this is for cooking too, and I really like it because I've bought these on Amazon. They come in a pack, I think, of 3 in 3 different sizes, which is nice. And for crafting, it's good because it's not expensive. Sometimes when you buy specific products, you know, for crafting, because it's for crafting or art, they put the price really high. But there for cooking, it's not. So how quick is this? I'm going to use a different color for the trunk there. And I'm going to leave this to dry. So this one was done with nail polish. And this one was done with nail polish. And this one was done with markers. But you need to use alcohol markers. Kids markers, water-based markers will not work because it's never going to dry. So I've shown you already the nail polish. I'm going to show you something different using markers. So I'm going to use Sharpies because they're very easy to find. And you just need to color that up. And you'll see when you'll have these molds in your hands where you need to stop. Of course, you can do the back of it. I'm just going to do the front of my little ornaments here. I think I'll just do white on the back side of them. And I'm going to do the pom-pom. No, the pom-pom, I'm going to make it white. And I'm going to mix and match the colors. I'm going to make this a little bit more opaque and probably let it dry a little bit and come back. But you see how easy this is? And again, this one was made with the Sharpies, and when it's dry, there's nothing coming out of your hands. Okay, that's nice. And I'm going to do the little mittens here. That's fun. That's where your kids could come and play. And it's really, really fun to do, fast to do. And I'm going to use nail polish to do the white part, because the one I use here has a lot of metallic look to it, and that's what I want. I want to pop out this little Santa Claus. And his little pom-pom there, I'm going to make it bright. I should have waited a little bit because the marker hasn't really dried yet, but that's going to be fine. And here on the edge. And I'm going fairly quickly. Take your time when you do this, of course. But there's so many possibilities, really. You could paint with inks also. But I think that way is the easiest way. I'm going to try and put a second layer to cover up this little smush in there. And I'm also, first, I'm going to make his face a little bit pinky. And I'm going to use, what am I going to use for this? Probably a light marker. This one is going to be really light. It's not going to be too pinky. I'm not sure you're even going to see it on camera. Just because I don't want his face to be, you know, just with the color of the silicone. And I'm going to also on his little nose there. I might do the nose a little brighter. I don't want him to have a, you know, maybe I should come a little closer. I tend sometimes to be too close, but I think now you really need to see what I'm doing. Alright, just a tiny bit. I'm going to color also the inside of the mouth there. Alright, and I'm going to go for the rest of his beard. I'm going to come back with the same nail polish because he's got a very nice white beard. And on his mustache as well. That's really fun to do. I like that. I'm going to offer these to my nephews. I'm sure they're going to love it. And I'm going to turn these, some of them, I'm going to turn them into magnets. And I'll show you that in a minute. And also what kind of magnets I'm using. one of the stronger ones that you can find on the market right now. Okay, I'm going to use this little varnish here that is a bit more darker just for his nose, because he's outside. He might be cold a little bit. If I need to, I can come back, put a little bit more. I'm gonna maybe just, you know what, no, I think it's good. And I'm gonna use a very fine marker like this. It's also a permanent marker, just to get in there because I don't have a lot of space for his eyes. And he seems to be laughing. This is why his eyes are almost shut. And there you go. How nice, how lovely. And I'm just gonna do him a big smile. So you see, on this one I did this kind of smile, which I like. You can make it red if you want, and this one I made his mouth open. I don't know which one you prefer. You tell me in the comments below. I think I'm gonna go back for just a little smile there. And I might come back a little later when this is dry to make it a bit more darker. And then you have it. Look at that. How cute. I think it's lovely. It's bright, it's shiny. It was done in minutes. Hot glue is not expensive. Now we're going to decorate this one. And I'll do the other side of the mitten, of course, later when it's dry. I might do both at the same time. But you know what? Before I do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the magnet on the back of it. I'm going to do these two as magnets. I already showed you how to put that thing behind, the cord behind. So as for the magnets, the strongest one you can find, and I really love them, but be careful if you have a pacemaker for your heart. This can be dangerous. Also for your phone, don't put these magnets next to your phone or computer because they're so strong they might injure it. They might, you know, they're going to be nasty. So I've got different sizes here, and I'm going to show you one of the biggest I have and one of the smallest. And they're super duper strong. Let me put them there, and I'm going to use the smaller one that I have here. I think they're one of the smallest. And there's much bigger, of course. So I'm going to show you first with the big ones, and they're super strong. But be careful, if you snap them, they're going to break. But that's fine. You can also use that one again. See how did you see that? Look. As soon as you come, let me put it in my hand there. Did you see that? And that's when you do that, that it's going to break apart. So be careful. Be nice with them, okay? They're very strong, and they're also very thin. And you have much bigger ones. Do you see this? Very strong. They're a bit too big to do this. Look at that. Look at that. See? And it broke. So be careful. Don't do what I just did. But I don't mind because sometimes I need the half of it. For scrapbooking or closures, it's perfect. But I need a smaller one, and I think just this tiny one is going to be enough. Look at these. Look, I need to put that away. Look at this tiny little baby. Okay, I'm not sure there is even smaller, but that's going to be enough. And I'm going to use this one here. I'm going to trim off the excess there to make it cleaner. And also here. Good. A little bit of hot glue. And I'm going to actually put my nozzle there into it. So I'm going to embed, if you prefer, the magnet into my piece. There. And that's it. You've got yourself a little magnet. There's almost nothing sticking out, which I like. I could have pressed it down a little bit more, and it works. Now we're going to decorate these two, and for this, there's many options. You could use sequins. You can use many things to do that. I'm just going to use this 3D dimensional, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm going to start with a bigger one here. And you can use as many colors as you wish. I'm going to do the same thing on that one. This one is really liquidy. I don't know, maybe they had a problem with this one. It should be a bit thicker. And I'm going to use another color. I might use green for my silver tree. Yeah, that one is much thicker. I should have brought it back to the shop saying, hey, there's an issue with this one, but I didn't do it. It's too late now. It's been about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. And I used it already, so, you know. And you could do maybe a little star to put on top if you wanted to. If you have a little, if you do resin, you might have that on hand. And what all the colors do I have? Do I have this gold one here? Yeah, I'm going to use the gold one. You can use glitter, gold glitter. I hope this one is not clogged. Let's see. Oh, yeah, much thicker. And I've just covered the little hole I had, the little bubble. And that's nice. This one I am going to keep it as is. Leave it to dry, and you've got so cute little ornaments. See that? Now I'm going to show you another one. We're going to make that one. I love reindeers. I mean, that's also totally Christmassy. And for this one, I'm going to use, again, some alcohol markers. So that's another brand I can find here locally. What color is this? Let's see. Why not? It's going to be a little different. That's the ones I've used before. It's maybe the same one, actually. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's the same one. I like when it's darker. I have another example here. See that? That one's nice too, but I prefer that one. And look, even though you've used markers, that's the markers I've used, it's still so shiny and bright. You don't need, again, to put any varnish on that. And that is going to come very quickly into shape. If you want to put a second coat, leave the first one to dry, because otherwise if you come back, it's going to, if it's not dry, it's going to lift it. But I like that. I don't color that much. I think I should do more coloring in my cards. Should think about that for videos. I ink them a lot, but I hardly ever use markers or draw or paint. There's so many things left to do, right? I'm going to change the color for the face. Oh, by the way, a little trick for you. When you use markers that has two sides, don't keep them like this, vertical. Put them flat. Because otherwise, if you put them vertical, there's only going to be ink to the bottom part and not here. So if you put them flat, you'll have ink on both sides, and that's better. If you only have one side, put it face down. Another little tip, if your markers are dry and they're alcohol base, just put a little bit of alcohol. You can take the tip off with pliers, and you just use a little pipette and put a little bit of ink. Let it sit like this or vertically, depending on your marker, and come back maybe, I don't know, a few minutes later, maybe 15 minutes later, and it's good to go and work again, because there's still ink in there. Maybe they just dried out. If you know you haven't used them as much, you know there's still ink. I'm going to just avoid the eyes there because they're little hearts, and I'm going to color them with a red marker. Okay, that's good. I'm going to use, again, my red marker. I don't have the same brand in red. I don't know where I don't want to lose your time and try to find these, so I'm going to go back with a Sharpie, do the eyes, and if you made a mistake, use a little bit of rubbing alcohol and take it away and do it again. No big deal. No fuss, no muss. You could do it black also if you want to. That's nice. That's not bad. Did you see that? It didn't take a lot of time. You just need to leave them really sitting there to make sure everything is completely dry before hanging them, especially with the glue on there. The paint, I mean. And I would put some brown there. Just gonna wait everything is dry. But you see how many we've done in no time? I mean, pouring the glue there is so darn quick. So I hope you will try using whatever molds you have. Of course, you don't need to use the molds I have. It will work with any kind of silicone mold, and it just unmolds so easily. Oh, I love this one. With the glitter, it was beautiful. And of course, you could use resin, but I wanted to show you something quick to do. You know, when it's rainy outside or cold, have fun. Do something a little different, you know. This little gingerbread man is so darn cute. I love this one. I'm gonna make some more, and I'm gonna make real gingerbread. I wanna eat cookies. You know, I love the cinnamon cookies especially for Christmas, all year long actually. But for Christmas, I mean, it's really meant to be, right? So there you go. I hope you liked it. Please give me some thumbs up and leave your comments below. Have you ever tried using hot glue like this to make ornaments? Because really it's lightweight, and if you buy your glue sticks by bulk on the internet, it's going to make it even cheaper, because really it's not that expensive at all. So please again, share on social medias, click on the button below and subscribe to this channel. That's important. And also yeah, share on social medias, Facebook, Pinterest, and I do have a Facebook channel page. If you want to post everything that you have done, please post there. Feel free, because that's, you know, a place where you can show what you've done, ask questions, and we share tips and tricks also. This is for you. Everything is for you there, guys. So thank you so much. Take care, and happy Christmas decorations.